Hello everyone, and welcome back to Classic Comics. Today I'm taking a look at Batman number 114, another chapter in the big Fear State crossover storyline. So this issue picks up down in Eden, which is this kind of paradise area that Poison Ivy has created underground beneath Gotham City. And she's letting the Unsanity Collective and some other folks stay down there while all the madness is breaking out upstairs. Now, Miracle Molly here has gotten a hold of some kind of radio or something, and she's eavesdropping onto the messages that the fake Oracle, the Scarecrow, I assume, is broadcasting all over the city. And then she and Poison Ivy get into a discussion about what should be done about what's happening up in the city, and Molly tries to convince Poison Ivy to take some action to try and stop it, and Molly says, nope, I'm not going to bother. And Molly explains how the Unsanity Collective, they have this machine, which they call the Mind Machine, that can take away painful memories. And basically, it's so that you can get past your trauma and not be haunted or held back by it. It's kind of like, if you ever saw Star Trek V, when Cybok, mind melds with people and takes their pain away. It's kind of like that. And then Miracle Molly says, I wish I could just use the Mind Machine on the whole city. And then she has this like a eureka moment and says, oh, wait, I think I know what the Scarecrow is up to. Then we go back to Peacekeeper 1 and Peacekeeper-X. So at the end of last issue, Simon Saint sent this guy Peacekeeper-X out to take care of Peacekeeper 1 because he had been dosed with fear toxins and he was kind of running out of control. And as we saw last issue, he slaughtered a whole bunch of innocent people. So they confront Peacekeeper 1, but somehow the Scarecrow is speaking to him. And Scarecrow is up on a roof up above, and he's convincing Peacekeeper 1 that this is actually Batman. And this is what Peacekeeper 1 is seeing. Obviously his senses are very affected. He's delusional. And Scarecrow convinces him to attack, even though Peacekeeper 1 is trying to kind of talk him down and bring him in peacefully. So he attacks, and he kills some of these robotic drones, or not kills them, but destroys them. And Saint says, all right, this has gone far enough, take him down. So Peacekeeper 1 attacks, and he has, they both have these arm blades. They have a cybernetic arm, and it contains this kind of energy blade that can pop out. So then they start fighting with those. Now, Peacekeeper-X's, his armored suit is much more advanced than Peacekeeper 1's is. And he knocks Peacekeeper 1 into this building. But then Batman arrives to stop Peacekeeper-X. And this is a great one-page spread here. And again, this issue is written by James Tynion with art by Jorge Jimenez, as it has been for a while now. And Batman is trying to catch Peacekeeper 1 and bring him in, because that can help prove that Simon Saint is behind all of this. And of course, Saint doesn't want that, so he wants Peacekeeper-X to kill Peacekeeper 1 before Batman can get his hands on him, which is difficult because Scarecrow is just egging Peacekeeper 1 and sending him into deeper and deeper delusions. So Batman gets tangled up fighting these robotic drones, while Peacekeeper-X and Peacekeeper 1 fight. And Peacekeeper-X has some kind of like laser cannon or something built into his arm, which he blasts Peacekeeper 1 with. And meanwhile, Simon Saint is sending all these robotic drones to take down Batman. But Peacekeeper 1 survives the laser blast. And then Peacekeeper-X is going to shoot him again, but then Peacekeeper 1 jams his energy blade into the laser cannon, causing it to blow up. This destroys each of their cybernetic arms, and then Peacekeeper-X, who again is just friggin' out of his mind, attacks Peacekeeper Peacekeeper-X and beats him to death. And then Simon Saint says, this is just, it's all out of control. Detonate all the drones. That'll take out Batman and Peacekeeper 1 and destroy all the evidence. And again, we get a nice 2-page spread here as all the drones go off. And Scarecrow, of course, also manages to scramble away as well. And then in the aftermath of the explosion, Miracle Molly arrives and says, Batman, I know what the Scarecrow is up to and how he's affecting people's minds, and we're running out of time. So, again, altogether, a solid story. And again, there's a backup story with Clown Hunter, which I don't really care about. So, again, Jorge Jimenez just really does a knockout job with this issue, as he has been for a while now. I mean, the guy is, if not the best artist at DC right now, he's certainly probably in the top 3. And, the action is really well done, really solid. Overall, I like this issue. The problem I have with it is, in the end, it's Miracle Molly who's apparently figuring out what the Scarecrow is up to. And, because that's usually Batman's thing, right? Batman's the detective. He's the one who figures out what the bad guys are up to and then tries to stop their plan. So having Miracle Molly play that role is kind of bothering me, because one of the real problems with Tom King's run on Batman is that he made Batman practically a side character. It was really more like Catwoman and Batman. I mean, it was ridiculous how much Batman was about Catwoman. And he even had her basically like outperforming him as far as like she was a better fighter than him somehow. I mean, it got ridiculous. And I think that's really one of the reasons why sales on Tom King's Batman run really started going south towards the end. Now, one of the things I really liked about Tynion's run, I think it's pronounced Tynion. I've heard it pronounced both ways, but I'm going to say Tynion. One of the things I really liked about his run is he put the focus more on Batman again. Batman wasn't being shown up. He wasn't being made into an also-ran in his own book. But here it's like we're kind of starting to inch back towards that. Because it's true, Batman is awesome in this book. I mean, look at that panel here. I mean, he comes across as awesome. He's taken down bad guys. He seems, he's as good a fighter as he's ever been and all that. But he's more than just a fighter. He's supposed to be kind of a genius, too. So for Miracle Molly to figure out what the villain's plan is, it's really kind of bugging me. Now, this might not bother me so much if Miracle Molly was a character that I liked or cared about at all. And, I mean, the Insanity Collective, I don't mind them. They're kind of an interesting group of characters. And visually, Miracle Molly is certainly interesting, but it's not a character I care about. It's not a character I particularly like. So that makes it even harder to kind of accept that, oh, okay, she's the genius who's figured everything out. So that kind of... I don't know. It just kind of bugs me. Still, this was pretty good overall, so I'll give it a thumbs up, just kind of barely. So let me know what you thought of this issue. Let me know what you think of the Fear State crossover. Have you been enjoying it? And while you're at it, please do like this video, and also please do sub to the channel and hit the bell for notifications, and I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching.